I'm here to talk about application of Temprid to this particular property. The homeowners asked us to do a standard treatment, cockroaches, ants and spiders. Let's have a look at this patio and see where we might put Temprid into the area. Having a look at the site, first thing I notice, we've got neighbours on two sides. So think about that when we're putting Temprid 75 out. Where's that product going to end up? Where's it ultimately going to fall? So we don't want to be treating neighbours' property. I see that we've got quite a number of bits and pieces here on the patio. First, we've got a gas heater. Certainly, as we look at the gas heater, there's quite a number of nooks and crannies. You know, within the area that houses the gas bottle. Underneath, there's actually a void underneath there, all potential places for spiders to be found. I'd probably even consider, the use of Sizzle and Ultra perhaps in this particular area to get an effective treatment, but Temprid would still be a very good alternative. I can see one of the main things here, we've got 4 fruit trees potted. We have to be really mindful of the fact that these are potentially going to bear fruit or provide leaves for cooking. So we don't want any treatment on these plants at all. We want to be sure that we're not going to get any residue. So the best thing we could do is actually take these pots out of the area while we do the treatment. You can see there's actually some spider webbing in and around the pots, but I'd still be reluctant in putting a treatment there because any treatment we put into the soil zone or it gets watered into the soil zone after we leave potentially could end up as residue. So best thing to do, take these out of the way or cover them up during the treatment. You can see here we've got quite an amount of furniture. Underneath here are likely places that if spiders aren't here today, they're likely to come back and try and inhabit tomorrow. Think about the fact that these are living surfaces, so we don't really want to get a treatment on these top surfaces where people are going to be resting and having a barbecue. But in any case, it's more likely that spiders are going to be up and under, out of the way, than sitting up on top. We've also got quite a number of cracks and crevices on this wall area here, including the windows and doors. You can see here we've got some weep holes that form part of the cavity of the house. Certainly not an area that I'd be putting Temprid in this case. It's a perfect place to be putting a Cupex dust application. So we have a look at the area here. We've got window frames, door frames, we've got gutters, fascias that will need extensions to get up to. Thinking about also the fallout of product as we apply it. Is it going to land on us? Is it going to land on our neighbours? Thinking also about when we put an application around windows and doors, are we going to get any runs on the glass? Is it going to cause a visual problem with the homeowner? We've got all this corrugated sheeting here. Not too bad in the middle of the sheet, but certainly wherever we've got a join or an overlap, we've all got potential for spiders to inhabit. And finally, we've got decking here that we want to do a treatment to. There is a void under here that we need to try and address. If we put any product under here, it is open to the weather. It is going to get wet. Ideally, we'd want to use something like a Cupex dust application to get under there. But as soon as we apply it, it's immediately going to be taking up moisture. So don't expect it to give any sort of residual activity, but it'd be quite a good choice to get good flow and good coverage through this decking area. Alternatively, we could use Temprid if we could gain access to this deck. In this case, we can't. So what we'll be doing with Temprid is applying a spray to the perimeter of this deck and then trying to address the void via the dust to get an effective treatment.